Welcome to the jungle, folks. Jeff Currier here, and we're going to talk about jungle flies. There's a whole nother world out there that you should check out, like fishing the Amazon for peacock bass, going a little further down to Bolivia and fishing for golden dorado, or maybe you get real adventures and head over to some of my favorite waters over in Africa for tigerfish or Nile perch. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. I'm actually even going to fish Central Australia in a month here with my friend Josh Hutchinson to try and catch the Murray cod on fly. So all kinds of good stuff out there, and therefore I have a few favorite flies for the jungle. And I'm going to start with the Amazon Special because I think that is the place that most people are going to end up when they do their first jungle trip. So typically what you're fishing for in the Amazon is peacock bass, and I've found that peacock bass like to have something brightly colored. A lot of their foods, which are smaller fish, are brightly colored. And a little tip on fishing these guys. So fishing a streamer for a jungle fish, make sure that rod tip is down low. And I typically use an 8 or 9 weight rod for peacocks. Strip it hard. These fish like to see a fish trying to get away from them. And also the hard strip helps you drive the hook into these fish. He grabs it as you're stripping, it becomes a strip set, hook set. But that's a beautiful one right there. This is probably a size, it's probably a size 3/0. I typically carry 2/0 to 4/0. I also carry a variety of different colors. That's got some orange in it. This one that's heavily in chartreuse. You know the old saying, if it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. Make sure you have a few. And I like some dark colored ones. And this actually is not the Amazon Special, but you can get Amazon Specials in this color combination right here. Black and purple is just a great color, not only for the peacock bass, but black and purple is really good for the golden dorado down in Bolivia. I've also caught fish in Eber and Marsh on this fly, and this is the color combination, some of my favorite tigerfish flies in Africa as well. And tigerfish, if you don't know that fish, look it up. We're talking some serious teeth. Which brings up one other point. Make sure your hooks have a very good sharp point on them. Brand new flies typically do. You hook a couple rocks, carry a hook file so you can keep that point on there. Tigerfish is one of the hardest fish in the world to hook on a fly because of all those teeth. And the streamer list goes on and on. I mean, you can get crazy, but other flies that you should have with you would be the deceivers. I have a couple lefty deceivers here. Chartreuse and white, once again, I love that chartreuse. Blue and white's a good color. And again, you could do some deceivers in the black and purple, or even a dark brown would work very good as well. And universal, peacock bass, golden dorado, tigerfish, great big ones would work really good for a Nile perch in Cameroon. The Space Invaders right here. That's a great color. So we got chartreuse and black, another good mixture right there. In fact, here's a red and white one, also very good for your jungle fish. Pretty cool flies. And again, same thing, hard strip. And that doesn't matter whether you're doing peacock bass, golden dorado. I will actually add something. With golden dorado, a lot of times I make a longer cast than I would for peacocks, and I'm stripping faster, like as fast as I can, like you're trying to get it away from them. And that's kind of the same with tigerfish. But a couple great flies right there. Just a little tidbit here. These are pretty good pike flies as well. Hey, I said it for every category of fish I've talked about. Do not leave home without Clouser minnows. There are times when if I'm peacock bass fishing, I'll have a friend in the front of the boat fishing one of these streamers or even a popper, and they don't catch the fish. I catch them because I'm in the back of the boat fishing a slightly different zone than them. They're covering the top, I'm covering 3, 4, 5 feet down, Clouser minnows. And these are small for the jungle. I would typically be fishing like a size 3/0 or 4/0 and a Clouser. And again, same color combination, chartreuse and white, bright colors, or even a black and purple. Now my favorites, straight topwater. Straight topwater. This is the pole dancer, and it's a black pole dancer. For me, I would probably be fishing this in low light levels, maybe a rainy day in the Amazon, maybe a day where it's overcast, maybe early in the morning and then the evenings. Black is one of those colors that it casts a silhouette up there that fish can see real easily. White would blend into a cloudy sky because cloudy skies tend to be kind of white. But a great fly doesn't really pop like a true popper, which I'm going to show you in a minute. This one kind of does a little gargle and dives and floats back up. Something that fish absolutely go crazy for. And again, I can't emphasize enough, if you've got a buddy you're fishing with, they're in the front of the boat, you're in the back, the guy in the front of the boat should always fish the closer to the surface, whether it's the pole bouncer or one of my streamers here or a popper, the guy in the back should be fishing slightly under the surface. Good old fire tiger popper. Fire tiger, that's kind of a color. That's these green to orange with a little bit of black in there and some stripes on there. That's what we're referring to in fire tiger. It's very good colors for a lot of different freshwater fish. It's one of my favorite colors for smallmouth. I would do a smaller fly than this for smallmouth, but going down to the Amazon, going places where fish are going to come up and look up, this is a great fly. And I go pretty heavy on my poppers because the peacocks eat them, and that's my favorite way to catch them. I want to see that splash on the top, that explosion. And a common question I get is, well, do you catch big ones on poppers, or should I stick to the streamers and go down deep? Yeah, you do catch big ones on top on poppers. And I even fish some a little bigger than this. This is a good size right there. It's your average size, but sometimes I'll fish ones that make an absolutely amazing splash. Like if I was fishing Rio Marie, which is where some of the biggest peacocks in the world live in Brazil, I would want an even bigger one than that right there. I'll add that, making the transition to the jungle fishing is pretty easy if you've done some saltwater fly fishing, because a lot of these flies I just showed are good saltwater patterns. You may already have a few.